When you harmonize each scale degree, you come up with full chords, or triads. Since this isn't a DVD on the subject of chords or music theory, I'm going to keep this section very simple. So far we've been playing power chords. Technically, or according to the standards of music theory, power chords are not chords, but fifth harmonies. For example, the E power chord, or E5, only uses the root and fifth scale degree. The octave is the same as the root, so if you're playing the 3-string version, even though there's 3 strings, you're still only playing the root and the fifth. The true chord is made up of 3 or more different notes. A triad, the smallest chord, is made up of 3 notes: the scale degree or root, its third interval, and fifth interval. So in the key of E major, the E chord is made of the first note, E, the third is G sharp, and the fifth is B. When we arrange these notes on different strings, we have an open E chord. First string open E, second string open B, third string first fret G sharp, playing that with the index, fourth string second fret with the ring finger for the E note, the fifth string second fret with the middle finger for B, and the sixth string open for our low E. When a chord uses a major third interval, like E to G sharp, it is a major chord. So this open E is an E major chord. The next chord is going to be an F sharp minor. Here we bar the index finger across the second fret, pressing down on all 6 strings, then add the pinky to the 4th string 4th fret, and the ring to the 5th string 4th fret. And when we strum all 6 strings, we have the F sharp minor chord. If you were to take this fingering and add the middle finger to the 3rd string 3rd fret, this would become an F sharp major chord. However, that would change the 3rd string A note to an A sharp, which is not in the E major scale. So to stay in key with our scale, we need to play the F sharp minor chord. Now if you move that same structure up, so your index finger is barring the 4th fret, you will have the chord for the G sharp note, which is our 3rd scale degree, which makes a G sharp minor. And just like the last chord, if you add the middle finger to the 3rd string 5th fret, this would change the chord to a G sharp major. But by adding that note, which is a C note, you are straying from the scale. So this is why the 3rd scale degree needs to be harmonized as a G sharp minor. Okay, so far we have the open E major, the barred F sharp minor across a 2nd fret, and G sharp minor barred on the 4th fret. The next scale note after E, F sharp, G sharp is A. So for our 4th scale degree, the chord we will be playing is an A major chord. The easiest way to play this is to bar the 2nd fret across strings 2, 3, and 4 and add the 5th string open. You don't want to pick the 1st or 6th strings because you'll be added different notes that may stray from the scale notes. The notes we are playing, by the way, are the 5th string A, 4th string E, 3rd string A, and the 2nd string C sharp, which we know are all included in the E major scale. Moving up to B, our 5th scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have a B major chord. Play the 5th string 2nd fret with the index and bar the 4th fret with the ring finger across strings 4, 3, and 2. This chord is made up of B, F sharp, another B on the 3rd string, and D sharp on the 2nd string, all from our E major scale. Again, for now you don't want to add the 1st and 6th string notes unless you know for a fact you are adding scale notes. Otherwise, you might stray from playing in key. We've harmonized E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. Next is C sharp, our 6th scale degree, which will be a C sharp minor chord. Here you want to play the 5th string 4th fret with the index, 4th string 6th fret with the ring, 3rd string 6th fret with the pinky, and 2nd string 5th fret with the middle. And you have a C sharp minor chord. If you like, you can even bar the index finger to include the 1st string 4th fret. Just lay it across there. And next we have the 7th scale degree, which is D sharp, which creates a different chord altogether. When you apply the 1-3-5 triad formula to the 7th scale degree, you get a diminished chord. Here we are playing the 5th string 6th fret with the index, 4th string 7th fret with the middle, 3rd string 8th fret with the pinky, and placing the ring finger on the 2nd string 7th fret. Strum strings 5 through 2, and you have a very suspenseful sounding D sharp diminished chord. We could make this chord a major or a minor chord, but then we would be straying from the E major scale. So to stay within the scale, the 7th scale note, or as we call it, the 7th interval or scale degree, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or major 7. Actually, you got the 1st, 2nd, major 3rd, 4th, 5th, major 6th, major 7th. That major 7th scale degree, we could play it on the 5th string as well. That needs to be a diminished chord, theoretically, to stay within key. Which, this leads us up to our octave chord, or E major. 5th string, 7th fret, and bar the 9th fret on strings 4, 3, and 2. Now you might be saying, I thought this was a lead guitar video. Well, it is, and you may have some other person in your band playing rhythm, and you may feel you don't need to learn these chords. However, if you don't learn to play them, you still should understand how they are derived and how scales and chords walk hand in hand in music. Here's a practice tempo running through our chords. Now that we're using the full major scale and building chords using only scale notes, that is truly